Don't tell me what has been, tell me what's now, okay?
Catherine Elizabeth Hudson got her feet wet in the music industry, pursuing a gospel career on her commercially unsuccessful debut album, Katy Hudson, resulting in 17-year-old Catherine's move to Los Angeles, changing her name to Katy Perry, recording her unreleased Fingerprints album while signed to Java Records and then Columbia Records, before getting dismissed by both labels, so she signed with Capitol Records, and the rest is history. Katy Perry achieved It Girl stat when her catchy debut single from her sophomore album effortlessly soared to the summit of Billboard's Hot 100 chart, as Katy initially pursued a gospel career and suddenly began singing about kissing women. The song received backlash from the LGBTQ+ community, but I have no comment because the song will forever get blasted in these speakers, as well as the second single of Katy's career that reached number 3 on Billboard.
You're hot, then you're cold, you're yes, then you're no.
One of the boys' third single, Thinking of You, reached number 29. The final single, Waking Up in Vegas, reached number 9, and the album debuted at number 9 on Billboard's 200 chart, with 47,000 units sold in its first week. One of the boys' first week sales didn't give It Girl, but the album earned Katy 2 Grammy nominations, and it's currently certified triple platinum by the RIAA.
Teenage Dream is an involvement from one of the boys. It's not like completely unexpected. I think the people that are listening to my music and that are actual fans, they see that I really try to come from an honest place, telling a lot of stories from my life. Teenage Dream is a perfect snapshot for a young 25-year-old woman in a relationship or being on tour or just like an involvement. It's definitely got as much sugar as one of the boys, but I think it has a lot more perspective and more subject matter, stuff that makes you think.
Are you brave enough to let me see your peacock?
As the first woman and second act in history to garner 5 number ones on an album since Michael Jackson's Bad in 1987, Teenage Dream cemented Katy Perry as pop royalty. Katy's reign continued to, as her fourth album soared atop Billboard's 200 chart, not to mention Prism garnered 2 number 1 hits, 2 top 20s, and a top 30. Did you know Katy would have held the highest women's first week sales of 2013 had Beyonce not entered her legendary gangsta era that year? 3 years later, Katy returned with Rise, a victorious anthem that peaked at number 11 but failed to commercially stick.
Witness was centered around fake political activism, corny motivational songs, sex, drama, and music that is simply not impressive nor of quality.
Katy geared up for her 5th studio album's 2017 release, Rockin' a New Cut, and a new sound on her lead single.
They woke up the lions. Turn it up.
One would think the Eargasm sat number 1 on the Hot 100 for years, when in reality it reached number 4 and charted for 15 weeks. Meanwhile, Witness's forgettable second single featuring the Migos reached number 59.
Shout out to Katy Perry, trying to dance with Migos and ruin her brand at the same time.
Damn, bro. This is the goofiest shit I've seen in the longest.
As Witness was intended to be a quote-unquote woke album, teaming up with a group who have commonly made homophobic and misogynistic remarks, and then getting on SNL's stage with them just to deliver a TTY performance is hypocrisy at its finest. So Witness's third single reached number 46 on the Hot 100, and shout out to everyone who agrees with the statement on the screen. Y'all are Sax Amigos for real. It's very much
Me and my amigos, no, not Offset.
Witness's final 2 singles didn't reach Billboard. The album, however, can't relate. Katy Perry's main girl domination began fading during her Witness era, in my opinion, as the album's intention tremendously missed its mark. The rollout was a mess, drama with Taylor Swift, and publicly supporting Ellen weren't good looks, controversies overshadowed the music, none of the album's 5 singles commercially sticking, and then there's...
Is math related to science?
Are you dumb?
2 years following Witness, Katy came back swinging with Never Really Over, an ultra cutesy-ootsy dance bop that reached number 15 and charted for 13 weeks. Katy's releases afterwards flew under the radar though, as Small Talk reached number 81, while Harley's in Hawaii and Never Worn White didn't chart. Speaking of Never Worn White, the record and its stunning music video could be described as the turn of a new leaf in Katy's career, as they signify the chase for nostalgia and the hype she once had being in her rearview mirror, which is great, but it's a significant factor that should have always been focused on rather than solely chasing huge chart success. As music and its trends constantly evolve, it's essential artists follow suit or they could get left behind, which leads me to believe September 6, 2020 at 3:22 p.m. is the exact moment Katy Perry's music career went dead. As her 5th album Smiles, mega flop sales were revealed. On top of that, the album had a mini 4-week run on Billboard's 200 chart, and only one of its 4 singles graced Billboard's Hot 100, with Daisies reaching number 40, while Smile, Cry About It Later, and Not the End of the World failed to chart. If you ask me, Witness was the beginning of the end, as the general public just wasn't feeling the new Katy, and unfortunately, Smile didn't aid in winning them back. Following Smile though, Katy could potentially be making a comeback and embarking on a world tour after conquering her Las Vegas residency. As one of the highest selling artists of all time, with over 143 million records sold worldwide, Katy Perry will forever remain pop royalty, as her iconic legacy could never be undone.